Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Trade Jockey. Bring another vlog to you guys. Alright, so what should I say? Pretty much it has been I would say a rather interesting series of events in terms of trading, and I'm just trying to reassess how is it that what I did previously to be successful, to be trade, and you're able to get some good returns or trade sensibly, as I would say, right? And I see that so the last time, I think the last video that I made, I pretty much had stopped trading here, and today's Tuesday, so from Monday until now, this is Tuesday afternoon, late afternoon. This is where we are, right? So what I noticed that I've been doing, which I've had this problem before. Alright, so the amount of money that you're starting with is small, and so you want to be careful with the money, right? But you know that generally speaking, the more entries you made in terms of trade, then it's going to be costing you more because you're giving out more money. And so what I have been doing, yes, I go on I move from the 1 hour, check your 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes chart, and then after you check your 5 minutes chart, you go to the 1 minute chart for entry, right? But what is happening is that I'm staying on the 1 minute chart. So after I've entered, I stay on the 1 minute chart pretty much, and then that is what I'm trying to trade at. And so I lose the big picture scenario in terms of what is happening. And so you're in here, take a piece here, take a piece here, you might go in here, it comes back on you based on your stop loss. You might miss this. By the time you look again, you take a piece here, and pretty much that is what it has been like. And right, so you are pretty much in and out of the market, and okay, it's just about there, right? And it's not making a lot of sense. Yeah, pretty much either running 1-to-1 trades or 1 to 0.75 trades in terms of the stop loss, setting a stop loss, say maybe 30 pips, but you're taking 15 pips, so that's 1 to 0.5, right? Taking pips, so I mean, and so if you lose, if you get stopped out, then you would have lost. more than that what you were looking to gain, right? I'm just being straight up. And so if you look at the account history here, all right, the account history right here. Right, so you can see the amount of money that I've got. $12 minus $7, $17, $20 minus 11, $6, $18, 30, $10 minus 17, 80, $25, 80 or 60. One time I moved my stop loss, which is not something you must do. You have a stop loss, let the stop loss see, and that account for that $45. Never move your stop loss, because they are protecting the market from yourself, basically protecting yourself from yourself, right? So when you're moving, you kind of let your losses run and cutting your win short, which is pretty much what was happening here. And I mean, I have to take another look at it. What is happening is that the market, when you go to the daily, see if I can get this a little bit wider, the persistent lines a little bit. But when you look on the daily, it is obvious that when you look on the trend line is very low, so it's not going to be going in a bullish or bearish direction, just smooth like that, right? So it's basically that the possibility of the trend is very low, so the market is just going to cross. So it's not going up, it's not going down, it's going to cross. No, when it's going across, it can be traded if you have enough movement for it to be traded, right? So right here, when I was trying to trade the market, there's no movement, not enough space for you to trade. You're just gonna lose some money. Some person may be able to do it based on my style like that, right? I lost a lot of money right here. Our market lost some money. Your market got very choppy because I'm going into the market and then holding, going down the bottom, holding for it to possibly break through here and continue. That's not working, right? And then saw the change here, wasn't sure if it was a change of direction, which it was, right? Because it started to trend bullish sentiment and was just in and out of this thing like mad, as you can see by the results right there. You look at the profits or the losses, right? So I don't know, it was right. So right. So so that is that, right? I think that should be it. All right. And but I mean, I'm just thinking about previously. All right, so I set up the channel that the market is pretty much moving right here, right? So if the ADX indicator, the trend line, which is the green one, saying that the likelihood of a trend is small, doesn't make sense to get in there, right? Likelihood of a trend is high, then you can get in. And look, if the market is going across, that means it's going to hit your trend line, hit your point of resistance line that you have drawn, and it's going to be going like that. It's going to be zigzagging right across, right? So what I'm looking at, because it doesn't make sense what I'm doing, because I'm going into the 1 minute timeline and stay there, and you're missing the bigger picture all the time. So you're just in and out, in and out. First of all, you're giving away money like that, and the chance of you actually, getting, for example, you look at this bearish movement here, right? It's an example. Look, you wouldn't start it from down the bottom. So you got it here, right? You entered here. Because you confirm that's actually a bearish movement. You get there, right? At my current lot size, that would be $1,200 you're looking at. I didn't even get half of that, right? I didn't get half of that. And so what I am looking at, right, especially when the market is traveling across like this, one is an indication that you're going to they're having some serious movement, which means that you have to be paying attention. Then I'd want to, I believe, trade from the 1 hour chart, literally. Alright, the danger with that is that you really have to ensure that there's going to be some movement, right? So like these false movement right here, you have to be careful of that, right? So for example, this one right here, if I entered and left it, it's a false movement. But I think I will be trying that once. It can be a situation where something you have to be careful of, right? Obviously, news, when it's news, you have to be careful of that. But if it's not news, then for example, like the bullish movement of the candlesticks right here, I could have gotten this. Right here was very choppy, but this, if I was paying attention, I would have gotten it and be able to, I would have gotten it. I just think that there is so much more better if you use a trade on the hourly chart, right? So it means that your point of resistance, you have to draw them correctly, and then you go from there, right? So that's how I think I'm gonna be trying to handle it, because I mean, you go into the market a million times. I've been through this before. Very highly likely that you're going to lose more than you're going to gain, because you're not entering. For example, you're not doing like a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 or 1 to 5, meaning say you use a 20 or even 30 pips, right? And there's a possibility to make 5 threes, 150 pips, right? So that's not what you're looking at. So they're going in and out. It's not going to work for me. Alright, so I mean, it's something you have to be careful about, because you have to look again what is happening on the bigger time frame. For now, it is saying, when you look on the weekly, it's generally definitely a bearish sentiment. For the daily, it's in a point of indecision. When we go back to weekly, see the bearish sentiment, but it's coming back a little bit, so it's pulling back, right? And come down in between daily and 1 hour, that's a 4 hour, right? The market pretty much is just going across, right? And so what you want to pick up now is when you have some serious movement, and if you can get that to the market, right? So yeah, I'm going to, that is how I successfully traded before. It's a little bit more difficult, of course, when the market is, as I said, is going across, right? So if the market is going across, then you have to be very pick and choose what you're actually going to enter on, right? So like here, you're seeing the trend that they like, our trend is low. Alright, so you have to be careful about it. So you have to have some patience, and then it's a little bit tricky sometimes to actually pick up the actual movement and to know what is actually going to end up into a big movement, because it never does start out like that anyway, right? The only way that you know it, you can see that upfront is generally sometimes when it's going across and you have an initial significant movement, it is normally preceded by another movement in the opposite direction. So right here you have a bullish candlesticks, then it went into the bearish mode right here, right? So that's the only time that generally you know something's going to happen, although separate apart from something developing, right? So right, so it's time. That's what I think I'm going to try and do. Trade somehow. I have to try and trade a 1 hour chart. So I know it's going across, it's hitting certain points. Once you see the change in direction, once you hit the points, then you make your entry, set your stop loss obviously, make your entry, watch to see what is happening, right? So yeah, that is that. So I mean, key thing is that I'm still alive. Trust me, and let me tell you something. This thing went down, I'm telling you. But you know, I just relax, and it went down on me. So it's at pretty much where I started from. But and let me tell you, it went below that. Right, so it went from it went up to like moved from like maybe about 363 cents. It went right down. But didn't reach 150 though, but you know, it was in between 150 and 200, but pull it back up. Nonetheless, yeah, so that is how I think I'm going to do it, and let us see how it goes moving forward. So peace out, please subscribe to the channel and definitely turn your notification on. Please be calm, right? So we're on this journey together. Alright, and we're going to see how this goes, because it must work. Alright, peace out.